Today's lesson is a very important lesson for Israel as we see everything that's going on within our body, everything we see going on in the world. Get your Bible, take notes, and I pray that everyone is edified. The title of the lesson is The Relationship Between Bondage and Fasting. The relationship between bondage and fasting. A lot of our brothers out there are bound. A lot of our brothers out there are bound. You are held in bondage by whatever the ordeal is, and you desire to be free. A lot of our sisters out there are bound by whatever ordeal, and you desire to be free. So what's the relationship? Because Christ said, let's go there real quick. Let's go to Matthew 7:21. Because Christ said it best. Some things only are gotten or be gotten by fasting. Fasting. A lot of us are still bound today by certain things. Secret sins. Secret situations. You're bound. A lot of us are bound by sins that other people know of. And they are holding you in bondage by what they know. You desire to be free. Today is the day that you can acquire that freedom. Because again, Yahushua said, only some things come by fasting and prayer. Let's get what he said. Let's get what the king said. Our highest general said. As we pray for the body of Isaac, as we pray for the whole household of Israel worldwide, we want to be delivered. But before we are delivered, there's a fasting that must go forward. 7:21. That's not what I want. Mark. Wait a minute. Hold one moment. Let me get what I want real quick. I know what I want. Hold on. We gotta fast, y'all. Fasting comes before deliverance. Fasting comes before deliverance. Give me Matthew 17:21. Matthew chapter 17, verse 21.
This is the book of Matthew.
Before we are delivered, there's a fasting that must take place. Go ahead. Start at verse 14. Start at verse 14. 17.
14.
Verse 14.
Question came before you go into the reading.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to call on who you want to read, or is Nathan just going to be the reader since he's there?
Well, Nathan be the reader since he's here. Do you want to read?
King, I ain't gonna never say no to reading, King.
Come. Well, we'll just come. We'll bring it to your attention, King, if we need you, bro. All praise to the Most High.
Good.
Come on, King.
Good,
Now go on mute, King.
You got that? Oh, go ahead and read that real quick.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And when they were come to the multitude,
pay attention, Yasharala.
there came to him a certain man. Kneeling down to him.
And
saying, Lord, have mercy on my son.
Stop. Have mercy on my son. Because his son was in bondage. He was bound. To be in bondage means you are bound. You are bound. And you are unable to be free. How many of you out there have been dealing with something that you're bound with? You've been dealing with it for years. And it seems like you can't shake it. Maybe you need to fast. Maybe you need to fast there on Facebook. I.S.A.A.C, we are already in the position or in the mode of fasting. Cap Ezra is going to usher us in. He's going to proclaim a fast monthly. Because something only come by fasting. Read on.
Lord, have mercy on my son.
Lord, have mercy. A lot of us who are bound, we're crying out for mercy. Those of you that are bound, you're in the position, you're in a fetal position. Begging, have mercy. Because you don't want to die in your sins. You don't want to die undone. You don't want to die not complete. Read on.
For he is lunatic and sore vexed.
For he is what?
Lunatic and sore
He
vexed.
is a lunatic. He's bound. Again. He's bound. Bound. Read on.
For oft times he followed into the fire.
For all time. Now, I'll go back to that lunatic.
Lord,
What
have
verse is
mercy
that?
on my son.
What verse is that?
Set 15.
Go ahead.
Lord, have mercy on my son.
Come on.
For he is lunatic and
He a
sore
what?
vexed.
He a what?
He is lunatic and sore vexed.
I want to deal with that for a minute. He is lunatic and he's vexed. You are unable to be yourself. You are unable to do what the Most High will have you to do because you're vexed. Read on.
For oft times he falls into the fire.
For sometimes he falls to the fire.
And
Read.
off into the water.
Read.
And I brought him to the disciples.
And I brought him to your disciples.
And they could not cure him.
Read.
Then Jesus answered and said,
I brought him to the disciples. Sometimes leadership is not even in a position to pray for, take care of the flock or issue that the flock might have. We're going to find out why. Read on.
O faithless and perverse generation.
Oh, what?
O faithless and perverse generation.
Oh, what?
O faithless and perverse generation.
Oh, faithless, and this is what the generation we're dealing with today. In 2021, we're dealing with Israel. We are a faithless and perverse generation. And it shows by the way we treat each other. It shows how we deal with each other. How faithless and perverse we truly are. Read on.
How long shall I suffer you?
How long should I deal with you? We think we're in a good position. We think we're going to get the kingdom. We think we're going to get everything, I.S.A.A.C, or who the world calls Jesus Christ. We think we're going to get what he will have for us. We think we in line with him. We think we walking like him. But he's saying, how long am I going to put up with you? Because the thing that you value is not what my Father values. The thing that you value is not what my Father values. You faithless and perverse generation. It's time for you to fast. So what's the relationship between bondage of being a lunatic and fasting? What's the relationship between being a lunatic and being set free? What's the thin line between bondage and fasting? Read on, Art.
How long shall I be with you?
How long am I going to be able to deal with you until you grow up? Some of us need to grow the hell up. When are you going to grow up, Yasharala? When are you going to become the woman or the man that Christ I.S.A.A.C is calling you to be? Even you young people. When are you going to grow up and say, you know what? This world with all this evil music, I'm done with it. Anytime they have a man a young man on TV named Lil Nas X showing his baby pregnant. When are you going to grow up, young people, and say, you know what? I'm done. This is a perverse and faithless generation. What's the thin line? Because that's where we want to go. We want deliverance. We want to be set free. How do we get there? We have to get that thin line between bondage and fasting. We're to understand that line. Read on, Op.
How long shall I suffer you?
Come on.
Bring him hither to me.
Bring him to me. God dog, I'm tired of y'all. I'm so sick of y'all. That's what y'all saying. He was a very austere man. Man, look, bring him to me. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all complain too much. Some of you Israelites complain too much. You cry too much. Baby, it's a time to cry. Why you crying all the time? It's a time to cry, young man. It's a time to mourn, as Solomon said. What is your problem? Bring them to me. It's a time to be in bondage. But it seems like you are always down on your luck. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all.
Right.
Read on up.
And Yahweh shall rebuke the devil.
He rebuked the what?
And Yahweh shall rebuke the devil.
Do you know how to rebuke the devil? We're showing you the thin line in between bondage and fasting. He rebuked the devil. Come on.
And he departed out of him.
And the devil departed. Come on.
And the child was cured from that very hour.
And the child was cured. What?
From that very hour.
And the child was no longer in bondage. The child was no longer in bondage. Why are you still in bondage? Why are you still bound? Things that make you go, I'm preaching to myself. Why are we still bound? Why are we still broke, busted, and disgusted? Praying for a release. I want to be free. Read on up. What verse you at?
I'm at verse 20.
Come on.
Verse 19. The book of Matthew chapter 17, verse 19. Then came the disciples unto Yahweh apart and said, why could not we cast him out?
Because sometimes you want to get to yourself. You don't want to put your business out in the street. The disciples asked him what? Apart. Some of us don't want our business out in the street. Let me get to somebody who I can trust. Why we can't do it?
They want to look bad.
They don't want to look bad. Why we can't do it? Why can't I rebuke the devil, he'll flee? Why am I unable? Let me put him to the side for a minute.
Right.
Let me pull my sister to the side, because I don't want everybody to know. The disciples pulled him to the side because they were embarrassed.
They tried.
They tried it. Let me put him to the side. Read it again, up.
Then came the disciples to Jesus
Apart.
and said,
Said what?
why could not we cast him out?
Well, we couldn't do it. Come on.
And Jesus said unto them,
What did he say?
because of your unbelief.
Why?
Because of your unbelief.
It's your unbelief. You don't really believe. You don't believe. How can you say that, Qual Yahya? Because the Bible says you have a faith the size of a mustard seed. First of all, the mustard seed is the smallest seed in the seed family. Some of us ain't even got that much faith. Stop fooling yourself.
Grain of a mustard seed.
A grain. Stop fooling yourself. You don't believe. But it's okay, because we can ask Christ, Yahweh, to help our unbelief. As we found out last week, sister. If we found out last week, brother, we can pray to him and say, Father, King, Master, General, help my unbelief. But when you're in a position where you won't even fess up and say, you know what, I really don't believe, you'll forever be bound. You'll forever be locked in. Read on up.
For verily I say unto you.
For verily, truly, ain't no shame in Yahweh's game. He gonna tell you the truth. The truth gonna set you free. So he says, truly, I say unto you, read.
If ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed.
If you have faith, the grain of a mustard seed.
Ye shall say unto his mountain.
You shall say to that
mountain,
thing that got you bound,
right,
and I know you bound. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to you. He that hath the ear, let him hear. She that hath the ear, let her hear what the Spirit is saying. Not quite y'all here, but the Spirit is saying. Read.
You shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place.
Come on.
And it shall remove.
You shall say to that thing that got you bound, get out of my way.
Right.
You shall say to that thing that got you bound, broke, busted, and disgusted. You should be able to speak to it and say, move. I say right now. Get out of my life right now.
Right.
Damn it, I say go. You should be able to speak to a mountain. You know how big a mountain is? Is a mountain bigger than you? Yes. It seems impossible to remove something bigger than you. That's why the children of Israel were afraid to go in the land, to go and scope it out. There are giants in the land. We look like grasshoppers. That's Israel's problem. When we are faced with things that seem to be bigger than us, we lose faith in the Most High. It's not in your strength, brother. It's not in your strength, sister. But it is the strength of the Most High, Yahweh. Read on, Unc.
And nothing shall be impossible unto you.
No, you don't believe that. It's so much meat on the bone. You don't really believe. You need to pray to the Most High. Increase my faith. Pray that prayer. Say it right now. I know you say it right now. Increase my faith. Help down my unbelief. Father, I might look like I got it all together, but help my unbelief. I want to be ready. Help my unbelief. Because I'm bound. And I've been bound with this thing for a long time now. I want to be free. So show me the relationship between bondage and fasting. Because I understand that before I am released, I got to fast. I got to release myself from all those things that are not like you. I got to fast from them. I got to put the things away. Read, Ak.
How big?
How big?
This kind goes not out, but by prayer and fast.
Stop playing. Some things are only going to be manifest by you fasting and praying. You can talk all you want. You can read as many precepts you can read all day. You can read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. But some things in your life, some things that's in the atmosphere, some things that the Most High allowed to happen in our life can only be dealt with. Can only be dealt with by fasting and by prayer. Fasting and praying. Read that last part again.
How big?
How big?
This kind goes not out, but by prayer and fast.
You ain't going to be able to release nobody else from their bondage, and you ain't going to be able to release yourself from your bondage until you fast.
Yep.
You ready to fast?
And pray.
And pray? Let's see. Give me Revelation 18. Revelation 18. Somebody, we got to fast, y'all. I.S.A.A.C, we going to fast. Cap Ezra going to take us through a fast. He going to proclaim the fast among the nations, among Israel. It's time to fast. The book of Joel says, ye priests, proclaim ye a fast.
Yep.
Proclaim ye a fast. Proclaim a fast. Because some things ain't going to happen unless you begin to fast. Take away those things that are not like the Most High. You done got too comfortable. It's time to get out the boat. You've been sitting back eating bonbons and sugar wafers. Feet up watching TV. It's time to strip. It's time to fast. You want that thing to straighten up? You want to be free from bondage? Fast. You want the plague off your house? Fast. You want the wrath of the Most High in your life to cease? Fast. Let's find out. Read it. Verse 3.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3.
Let me get it with you. Hold on. I'll pray to the Most High Yahweh. Read on up.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1.
Read.
And after these things,
And after these things,
I saw another angel
I saw another angel
come down from heaven,
come down from heaven,
having great power,
having great power,
and the earth was lightened with his glory.
and the earth was lightened with his glory. Come on.
And he carried mightily with a strong voice,
Come on.
saying,
Saying what?
Babylon the great is fallen.
Babylon the great is fallen.
It's fallen.
It's fallen.
And it becomes the habitation of devils.
And this place is a habitation of devils. We have to understand that. The place where you live, you're surrounded by devils. You live in a duplex, you're surrounded by devils. You live in a house, that house surrounded by devils. You might have devils in your house. Live in some apartments, surrounded by devils. We are surrounded by devils. Devils. Devils that want you bound. They want you bound. They want you to submit. Compromise. Come on, compromise a little bit of your faith. Come on, give me a little bit of that leg, woman. Come on, give me a small taste. Devils. Come on, you can commit adultery. Compromise. You want to be free from that? Read on out.
And the hold of every foul spirit.
Stop playing with these precepts. Some foul spirits.
Every foul spirit.
Every foul spirit known to man is in this place where you live. Foul. Go in the bathroom and take a dump. And put your nose in the toilet. Now, matter of fact, let somebody else use the bathroom and you go in there and smell it. Take you a big whiff. Foul. Come on.
And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Hey, this is unclean and hateful bird. Uncleanness. A cage. Meaning, I love that. A cage. Meaning bondage.
Yeah, right. Locked in.
Bound. Locked up. Throw away the key. That's where we are. You want to be free from bondage? You want the gates of the prison to be open? You want to step out and be free? We're going to find out. We got to fast. This is the thin line between bondage and fasting. The Bible don't say it. Read on up.
Verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All the nations have partake. See, when you are not fasting, what are you doing? You're partaking. You're eating. You're partaking of bonbons, sugar wafers, big old thick pancakes, eggs. When you're not partaking in fasting, you're partaking in the lifestyle. You're eating big steaks and lamb chops with the extra gravy on it. All the seasons you want. Barbecued or broiled. Fried or sauteed. You're partaking. You're eating. You're partaking. All nations have partaked. They refuse to fast. Fast from what? We want to partake. Give me the 2-piece bone, Debbie. With the side of grits. Read on up.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Come on.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
They're partaking. They're not taking their lead. They're not fasting. Fasting is to put away the plate. Fasting is to put away that thing, that sin that so easily besets us. The nation don't want to fast. But the relationship between bondage and fasting, what's the relationship? Because something only come by fasting and praying. So the thin line between bondage and fasting is the release, not partaking. Because in order to be free from bondage, you must fast. You must deprive your body. You must resist the devil, and he'll flee. The Bible don't say it. So if the nations are partaking of the wickedness of Babylon, they're not sustaining, they're not putting the plate to the side, in other words. But they are partaking. Read on.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
They're waxed rich.
The abundance of her delicacies.
The abundance of her delicacies. That's what you're doing when you ain't fasting. When you ain't fasting, you are partaking in the delicacies. Can I have extra cheese on that? You're partaking. Can I have extra gravy? Can I get a little bit more sugar? Give me another cup of Kool-Aid. We are partaking in the delicacies. You don't want to be free from bondage. Read on.
And I heard another voice from heaven.
And he heard another voice from heaven. Proclaim a fast. Ezra. Cap Ezra. Proclaim a fast. Ak. Malanaha. Shema. Proclaim a fast. Nathaniel. Cornelius. Proclaim a fast. Ox. Timothy. Tabak. Esmond. Proclaim a fast. Ox. He said he heard another voice from heaven. What did the voice say? Read. Come on, Ox.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
Come on.
Come out of her.
Come out.
My people.
Come out. Stop. Come out. Put the plate away. Come out. Fast. Come out. When you're fasting, you're coming out. You're not partaking no more. You're putting the plate to the side. You're not partaking no more. Come out. Get out the restaurant. Come out. Put the chicken away. Come out. Everything you've been leaning, depending on here in Babylon, here in Egypt, come out. Get out. But you should have left us in Egypt. We was right by the flesh pot with the onions and the garlics. It's time to fast. Come out. Read.
Come out of her, my people.
Come out of her, my people.
That ye be not partakers.
Stop. Say that word again. Partakers. You're too busy partaking. You're too busy eating. You're too busy relaxing with your feet up with the bonbons and the sugar wafers. It's time to fast. Kazak. Malak. Uzziah. Zephaniah. Solomon. It's time to proclaim a fast, Ox. It's time to proclaim a fast, bros. It's time to come out. Leaders of Israel, it's time to proclaim a fast for the nation. It's time to atone. It's time to be separate. It's time to come out and be not what?
Be not partakers.
Put the plate
sins.
away. That's what the Most High did in Egypt. He says, time for a fast. You want to be released? You want to be free? I got to get my people from being so dependent on Egypt. Afflict yourself. Get that lamb. Don't season it. Season it with bitter herbs. It's time to come out. I know what you're used to, but that ain't of me, said the Most High. Don't break a bone on the lamb. It's time to come out. It's time to fast. Read it again out.
The book of Revelation chapter 18 verse 4.
Come on.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
When you are fasting, you are not partaking of food. I know Andrews used to say all back in the day, he said, King, we need to dry fast. You know what dry fast is? Nothing. Yep. No water, no food. As in the days of Jonah in Nineveh, the king proclaimed a fast. He said, ain't nobody going to eat or drink nothing. Not even the animals. Nobody. Why? Because we want to hear from the Most High. We want to be released from this bondage. Some of you can't stay out the video game. Stop partaking. Read on,
and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Because if you don't fast, you are going to receive of the plagues. Simple as that. Plagues are coming. COVID-19. The move, everything mutate. The Most High judgments have begun. There are more to come. We got to fast. That's why I.S.A.A.C cap is going to give us a fast monthly. Because we have to get in the mode of not being partakers. That's why tabernacles. That's why the Day of Atonement comes right before tabernacle. Look at what the Most High is doing. Right. He wants to take you off the dependency of spiritual Egypt. Don't think like them no more. Don't eat like them no more. Don't get comfortable. And I'll receive you. I'll receive your children. Read on, Ark.
For her sins have reached into heaven.
Read.
And God hath remembered her iniquities.
Read. Now it's right there. It's right there. Give me Deuteronomy. Now, matter of fact, give me Ezra's 8. Give me Ezra's 8. Oh, one moment. Give me Ezra's. I won't be all day. Give me Ezra's. Give me Ezra. Hold on. Give me Ezra. 21. At this time, it has always happened this way. When you are in the process, Yasharallah, when we are in the process, men of Israel, when we are in the process of rebuilding our nation, like the sister said 3 days ago, from scratch. We're rebuilding a nation from scratch. You know what we need? Fast. We want to be guided and directed righteously by the Most High. We need to know how to build. You just can't build. You just can't go out here and build. You got to know what he want to use. He gave Noah specific instructions. What kind of wood? Go for wood. Specific instructions. You can't go out here and just build. You have to fast to get that information. That's when you read the Apocrypha, 1st and 2nd Ezra, he fasted a lot because he had to receive revelation. The thin line between bondage and fasting. We must fast before the release. You want to be loosed? You got to fast, brother. You got to fast, sister. You're going to do away with those things that are not of the Most High. You got to take away your pleasures. I know you love watching Netflix, but do away with it for the Most High for an hour. Just 1 hour. I know you love Call of Duty, Yasharala. But on one day, get the Most High 2 hours away from it and just pray. Do away with those pleasures. Because if you don't, and when we get in the wilderness, the love for Call of Duty is going to put you in a position where you want to go back. And the Most High going to kill you.
Yep.
If you don't lose your dependency of garlic, the seasons, the lamb, the chicken, all these good foods, delicacies, Popeyes, these are delicacies. Kentucky, Burger King. Don't know other nations got this like America got it. That's why they want to come to America. Delicacies. If you don't deprive yourself of these delicacies, when you get in the wilderness, you're going to want to go back. Because you ain't going to know how it feels to live without it. Read, Ark.
The book of Ezra, chapter 8, verse 21.
That's what we're building. Read on.
Then I proclaimed a fast there.
Why? Because they wanted protection. You want protection, Yasharala? You want to be protected by Yahweh? Fast. Fast. Ezra is fasting or proclaiming a fast for protection from the Most High. He wants protection for his people. So he proclaimed a fast. Read on.
At the river of Havah.
Uh-huh.
And that we might afflict ourselves
that
before
we
God.
may afflict
Ourselves before our God.
We may afflict ourselves before who?
Our God.
Our God. Yea, our God.
Our God.
Our God.
Our God.
Our God. Yasharala.
All right.
This is personal. Read.
To seek of him a right way for us.
When you fasting, when you want to be released, you have to know the way. You have to know the way. You have to know the door to go through. You have to know the right road to take if you want to be released. You ain't just going to be released. No, there are specific instructions on how Israel was to walk out of Egypt. It was a specific way they had to take on their way to the Red Sea.
Like that dove did when he
God!
the flood. He came and came.
Specific instructions. In order to get these specific instructions, we got to fast, Yasharala. We have to afflict ourselves. Read.
We start from the top. Then I proclaimed a fast there.
I proclaim a fast where? In captivity.
At the river of Havah.
Go ahead.
That we might afflict ourselves before our God.
Before our God.
To seek of him a right way for us.
To seek of him a right way. Oh. To seek. Read it again,
To seek of him a right way for us.
To seek unto God, Yahweh, a right way for who?
For us.
For us. Because you can't build no any kind of way. You can't walk the way you want to walk. We need to get the right way. Read.
And for our little ones.
And for our children.
And for all our substance.
And for our, and who?
For all our, and for all our substance.
And for all our substance.
Man, we don't need no food.
Read on, Ark.
Verse 22. For I was ashamed to acquire the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy of the way.
Come on.
Because he has spoken of the king, saying, the hand of our God is upon all them for good that seek him.
Read it again.
The book of Ezra 8:22. For I was ashamed to require the band. For I was ashamed to require of the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy in the way. Because we had spoken to the king, saying, the hand of our God is upon all them for good that seek him.
Come on.
But his power and his wrath is against all of them that forsake him. So we fasted.
So we what?
So we fasted.
So we fasted.
And besought our God for this.
We besought our God for this.
And he was entreated of us.
And he heard us. But it's a flip side to that, because I want to show you the relationship between bondage and fasting. See, some of us fast for our own benefits. Woo! No, we don't, Ark. Yes, you do. Our forefathers did it. Give me Zechariah. Our forefathers did it. When we fast, we have to be fasting for the guidance of the Most High. We have to fast for the peculiar way, not for our own way. Fast for protection. Read verse 1.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 1, verse 1.
Come on.
In the 8th month of the 2nd year of Darius came the word of the Lord unto Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of I.S.A.A.C the prophet, saying, the Lord has been sore displeased with our fathers.
The Most High has been sore displeased
with our fathers.
What verse you at?
2.
No, Zechariah 7.
7.
And read verse 1.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 1.
Come on.
And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius that the word of the Lord came unto Zechariah.
Come on.
In the 4th day of the 9th month.
Come on.
Even in Chazlu, when they had sent unto the house of God Sherazah and Regemalah, and their men to pray before the Lord.
Come on.
And to speak unto the priests which were in the house of the Lord of hosts.
Come on.
And to the prophets.
Come on.
Saying.
Saying what?
Should I weep in the 5th month, separating myself?
Come on.
As I have done these so many years.
Come on.
Then came the word of the Lord of hosts unto me.
Then the Most High word came unto the brother.
Saying.
Saying what, Ark?
Speak unto all the people of the land.
Speak unto all Yasharala.
And to the priests.
And to the priests. Priests, you better listen. Oh. Priests, you better be listening. I'm listening. Read, Ark.
Saying.
Saying what?
When ye fasted.
When you fast.
And mourn.
And mourn.
In the 5th and 7th month. Even those 70 years. Did ye all fast unto me?
Did you? When you fast, did you do it for me? When you fasted, did you fast for my guidance unto me? Or did you do it for yourself? We have to watch that, Yasharala. Sometimes you can fast for your damn self. Personal gain. Read. Come on.
Even to me.
Come on.
And when he did eat.
And when you did eat.
And when ye did drink.
And drink.
Did not ye eat for yourselves?
Did not ye eat for yourself?
And drink for yourselves?
Read.
Should ye not hear the words which the Lord had cried by the former prophets?
Stop right there. Stop right there. That's all I wanted. Give me Isaiah 58 and 4. Real quick. Come on. This is what we got to do, Yasharala. We are about to be released. But before we are released, we got to fast. We got to afflict our souls. And like I said earlier, Captain Ezra, he's going to put forth a fast, and I can't wait to be a part of it. A fast once a month. You don't have to wait until Day of Atonement to fast. Yeah, start at verse 1. We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait to put down the video game. You don't have to wait to put down the chicken sandwich. We don't have to wait to put down the exercise of gravy. I love gravy. I love red-eye gravy, black-eye gravy, white gravy. We don't have to wait. You want direction? You want to be released? You want to end the bondage? Fast. But know who you are fasting to. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1.
Come on.
Cry loud.
Now, we use this sometimes in the right context when we on camp, when we at camp. But this one for you, Israel. This for us. Read.
Spare not.
Don't spare. You fasting for yourself.
Lift up
You only thinking about your household. What about the household of Yasharallah? What about the nation? You fasting for your camp. What about the nation of Israel? Why are you fasting? Why do you fast? Read up.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Read.
And show my people their transgression.
You wrong, Yasharallah, for fasting for your own household. We came on slave ships together. Why you only praying for your camp? Why you only praying for your house? Yasharallah. Why you only doing stuff for you? What? How you fast? Read.
And the house of Jacob.
Say what?
The house of Jacob.
No, the house of Qualionia.
The house of Jacob.
The house of Jacob.
Their sins.
Their sins. The house. Proclaim a fast for the nation. For the house. Because the house of Israel is in sin. Not just your house. Not just your camp. All these camps got some sin in it. From the elders, I don't care how fresh he look. He got sin. There's only one that has done no sin. That's Yahweh. Read.
Yet they seek me daily.
They seek me daily.
And delight to know my ways.
And we really want to know the ways of the Most High Yah. We really do. Read.
As a nation that did righteousness.
Come on.
And forsook not the orders of their God.
Come on.
That asked me to the orders of justice. They take delight in approaching to God.
They take delight in approaching to the Most High. Read.
Wherefore have ye fasted? They say that fears not. Wherefore have we afflicted our souls?
Wherefore have we fasted? Wherefore have we afflicted our souls? Read.
And thou takest no knowledge?
And you take no knowledge? Come on.
Behold.
Say, ho.
I know, keep my bad.
Whoa, man. Sometimes you fast just to get the attention of the Most High. You want to say, look at me, I'm righteous, Father. That's why you walk with your chest out. Yeah.
That's why I tell you not to let everybody know when you fast.
Yeah. You ain't nothing but a scribe and a Pharisee. You a Sadducee. With your chest out. With your long robes and your tassels. Look at me, I'm fasting. Breath stinking. You ain't washed your face, boogers all in your eyes. Look at me, I'm righteous. Look at me, Yahweh. Read.
Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure.
You find, oh, what? That's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
How do you find pleasure in fasting when you fasting, you're supposed to afflict your soul?
Gonna be crying and weeping.
Right. You ain't fasting.
What's it thing? What's coming up?
Read that in the small part again, 'cause that's tricky right there. This is what we do.
Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasures.
In the day of your fast, you find pleasure. Come on now.
And exact all your labors.
And what?
And exact all your labors.
Y'all keep reading.
Behold, ye fast for strife
You
and
fast
debate.
for strife and debate. You fast because the brother on your nerves. You fast because you hate your sister. You fast because y'all had an argument. You fast because you want your light bill paid. You fast because you want a brand new car. You fast because you want the brand new all-white Chuck Taylors. That's why you fast. You fast so the Most High can see how righteous you is. Physical gain. You fasting because you want your camp to grow. You fasting because you want to lead more people. Read.
Behold, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day.
We ain't fast like that no more. Yasharallah, we cannot fast like that anymore. We have to fast as in the days of Ezra.
Right.
for protection and for guidance, for healing of our nation. Read.
You should not fast as you do this day to make your voice to be heard on high.
The Most High, when you make them long prayers, the Most High ain't hearing you. The Most High is wise enough to know when his creation is pulling his leg. Yeah, we think we so up on our high horse that we done got so above the Most High that we think he don't know when we bullshit. Forgive my language. But I gotta tell you how it is. You think the Most High don't know when you bull crapping. We think he don't know the true intentions of your fast. You done got so separated from him, you think he don't see your mess. Read,
Is it such a fast that I have chosen?
Those haven't chosen a fast like this, Yasharala. Come on, y'all. We the greatest nation on the planet. We are the greatest nation, Yasharala. We've been beat down enough, so we've been beat down. We already at fetal level. Let's not puff ourselves up while we in Egypt. Don't puff yourself up. Read.
Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man of afflicted soul?
That's what he wants. Come on.
Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush?
Come on.
And to spread sackcloth and ashes unto him?
Come on.
Would thou call this a fast?
Will you call this a fast?
And an acceptable day of the Lord?
Come on.
Is not this the fast that I have chosen?
Now what fast have you chosen? What's the relationship between bondage and fasting? It was the same thing in the days of I.S.A.A.C. when the disciples could not deliver the man's son who was bound, who was hurting himself. Because you fasted for yourself, for your camp. This is a fast that the Most High has set for the whole nation. Read. He gonna show you.
To loose the bands of wickedness.
To loose the bands of wickedness just in your own camp? No. To loose the bands of the wicked of your nation, man. We should be fasting for the nation.
To undo the heavy burdens.
To undo the heavy burdens of our camp, of my own house, of the nation. Read.
And to let the oppressed go free.
And to let the oppressed go free, just of my camp, just of my house,
Yeah.
no, of the nation. That's love. That's real love. Loving the Most High with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, and loving your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor ain't the one who lives next door or live in your same city. Your neighbor is the children of your people. And we're scattered to the four corners. So your fast should be to the four corners, to all of Yasharala. You ought to be praying for Haiti and everywhere your people have been scattered. How many times have you prayed for Haiti? How many times have you prayed for the brothers and sisters in the Dominican? How many times have your prayer reached Europe, Ireland, New Zealand? How many times have your prayer reached Africa, the Congo, South America, South Africa? How many times have your prayer reached Brazil, Argentina? We're not just limited to America. Our people are around this whole world. We need to proclaim a fast, priest. Priest, when you proclaim a fast, make sure you include all of Israel, the northern and southern. Read.
And that ye break every yoke.
Break some yokes.
To break every yoke.
Hey, sister, could you give me some water for me, please? Either, whatever. Read again.
And that ye break every yoke.
That ye break every yoke. Not just the yokes in your camp, not just the yokes in your household, but every yoke. There's a lot of brothers and sisters on Facebook, they're bound. They're bound with fornication. They can't stop fornicating. They're bound with adultery. They can't stop laying down with another man's wife. They're bound with drugs. They can't stop. They're bound. That's what rules them. That's what controls them. That's their master. Yeah. How dare you just pray for your house. And there's other folks. Bam!
Every yoke.
The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Your prayer can reach around the world and help your brother who you have not seen, but you claim you love the Most High. You think your prayer can't reach to Africa? You think your prayer can't reach around the world? Oh, how simple-minded we are.
Yeah. You can reach to heaven. You can reach everywhere else.
This is the fast that the Most High has proclaimed. This is the thin line between bondage and freedom. When you get your mind off yourself. The thin line in the middle is self. If you can get past self, if you can cross that thin line of self, you'll get that freedom you want. You'll get released. The only way Yasharala is going to be released on the whole from captivity is when we begin to love the Most High God, our power, with all our heart, mind, body, and soul, and love our neighbor as ourselves. That's when we're going to be released. We can't be concentrating on us. Oh, we over in the black and gold. We don't deal with nobody else. You a bastard. You acting like you ain't got no mama. That's what a bastard is. Or,
Father.
right. You acting like you ain't got no father. That's what a bastard is. Israel is not bastards. We're a nation. We have a father. His name is Yahweh. We have a mother, and her name is Zion. This is what the Most High has said. We have to care about each other. Like the sister said, and it was so beautiful when she said it.
Man.
I want to see if somebody's going to do it. She said, if you have a problem with your brother, you don't like him, you feel they wicked as hell, why don't you, who think that, go wash his feet? If you can't do that, you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Go get the brother that you into it with. That you say wrong. My nigga ain't worth two damn flies, man. He wicked. Go wash his feet. If you can't wash his feet, you ain't worthy. Christ washed Judas' feet.
Man, what?
And Judas turned him in.
Man.
Got money for it. 30 pieces of silver. That's the fast. You can't do that? No.
Man.
You ain't worthy.
Man.
You only love those who love you. Go wash the feet of the one that you say wicked. Sisters. Sisters. The one you know you don't like. That might be the one you just need to get close to.
Real.
Go wash your feet.
Good thing that happens, sir.
Right. This is the fast. This is the fast that the Most High is saying. Because people without a father, they don't do stuff like that. We got to separate ourselves. America says, if they don't like you, don't like them. That's what America says. We have to fast. We have to not partake in that no more. You upset with him, you upset with her, go wash their feet. Go wash their feet. I dare you to do it. Go wash their feet. Get a bucket. Because when you do that, you're showing submissiveness.
Right.
You're showing I love you.
Right.
And most importantly, as a married couple, we're connected. We're being intimate together. Let me wash your feet. Give me your feet.
That's why we do it at our wedding.
Right. Right. Give me your feet. And that sister or brother might say, no, you ain't washing my feet. Now the ball's in their court.
They got a problem then.
Right. Christ said, all right, Peter, if I don't wash your feet,
Bring it to the altar.
Right.
Give it a gift.
if I don't wash your feet, you can't have no part of me. Well, wash everything. Put the ball in their court. Put the coals on their head. Finish that precept.
I forget what was that, King?
Isaiah 58.
58:7. The latter part of 6.
Right.
I'm starting from. And to that the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke.
Every yoke. Every yoke. Is that it on that?
I'm gonna do.
All
All
right, read. You all right.
It is not to deal thy bread to the hungry,
Uh-huh.
and that thou bring the poor that are cast out of thy house. When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh.
Hide not yourself away from your what?
Your own flesh.
This is the fast. This is the thin line. The thin line between the release from bondage is yourself. Some of us can't get past self. You got to get past selfishness. Love for your people. Love for your people. That's why when we get to Ezekiel 37, he told Ezekiel, take 2 sticks. Put one Judah on it and write Ephraim on the other one. Put them back together. This is the plan of the Most High Yah, to put 2 brothers, 2 sisters back together. That's how we're going to be released, huh? Who you don't like. Who you got a problem with, Yasharal? I know it's somebody.
Brother or sister.
Or brother or sister. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to you. Who you got a problem with? Can you humble yourself enough to go wash his feet or her feet? Whew, man, it's cold. I don't pray to the Most High. Go ahead and read it again now. No. Give me Deuteronomy 8. Deuteronomy 8. Let me see. Deuteronomy chapter 8. Let me see what I want. Read verse 1. Now, the reason why I want Deuteronomy 8 is because I told you before we are released, we have to fast, right? That's what the Most High did. He starved our spirit from everything that was in Egypt. He starved us. And then he gave us what? Manna. He wants us to lose every physical and spiritual dependence that we have on this place. We have to depend on eating manna. That's the heavenly cooked food. That's the good news. That's the fast. Manna. Read up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 1.
Come on.
All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply.
Read.
And go in and possess the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers.
Come on.
And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness.
Say what?
And thou shalt remember all the way.
How long?
40 years in the wilderness.
How long?
40 years in the wilderness.
How long?
For these 40 years in the wilderness.
That was a 40-year fast. When I seen this, I went crazy. This was a 40-year fast. It took him 40 years to get it right. Christ I.S.A.A.C, who the word calls Christ, or Jesus Christ, the Mashiach, he likened himself to the same thing. He did a 40-day fast. Give me Luke 4. Hold it, give me Luke 4. Okay. Hold Deuteronomy 8, give me Luke 4. He did the same thing, y'all. It's a fast. We got to fast before we are released. We have to lose dependency. Every dependency off this place. When I seen it, I was like, whoa. Luke chapter 4. Most of you are familiar with this. Read verse 1.
This is the book of Luke chapter 4, verse 1.
Read.
And Jesus being full of the Holy Ghost.
Full of the Holy Ghost.
Returned from Jordan.
And
was led by the Spirit.
Into
the wilderness.
Into the what?
Into the wilderness.
Into the who?
Into the wilderness.
Read.
Being 40 days.
40 days what?
Tempted.
Tempted.
Of the devil.
Of the damn devil.
And in those in those days,
And in those 40 days,
he did eat nothing.
he did eat nothing. When I seen this, I almost pulled every lock out of my head. He was liking himself until Yasharala. They fasted 40 years with manna. Yahweh Shah said, you know what? I want to show the new generation. Because they always had a memorial. Israel always had a memorial. Why? To show the,
Remember.
for our new generation would know what to do.
Right.
And why that happened, why they're sitting right there, so our children can know.
Yeah.
That's why. He's showing us. Read it again. Verse 2.
Being 40 days tempted of the devil,
Uh-huh.
and in those days he did eat nothing.
He didn't eat nothing.
And when they were ended, he afterward hungered.
And after they was ended, he hungered. Now go back. Deuteronomy 8. Read verse 1.
Deuteronomy 8.
Verse 2.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years.
40 days. 40 days. Yahweh Shah was led 40 days. We was led how long?
40 years.
40 years.
In the wilderness.
In the what?
In the wilderness.
In the wilderness. Read.
To humble thee.
To what?
To humble thee.
That's what fasting does. Fasting humbles you. It brings you low. The reason why you can't wash your brother's feet is because you too damn proud. You ain't humble. You don't believe. The reason why you can't wash your sister's feet, you're too proud. Wash her feet. Wash his feet. Wash them all between the toes. Get some good clean soap.
Scrape that dead skin off.
Scrape all the dead skin. Let him know how much you love him. Wash his feet. Let her know how much you love her. Wash her feet. Read.
To humble thee.
To humble thee. Because we are too proud. Read.
And to prove thee.
And to what?
And to prove thee.
To test you. Most of us ain't ready. You got to be proven first. Before we are released, we must be proven. We must be tested. We have to go through a fast. The thin line between bondage and fasting is self. Once you get over self, then you have been proven that you love your brother and sister as yourself. You have been humble. Then the Most High can deal with you. The Most High can trust you. Now you can be released. Finish it up.
To know what was in thy heart.
Because he want to know what's in your heart.
Whether to keep his commandments or no.
Whether you going to keep his commandments or no. Read.
Verse 3. And he humbled thee.
He what?
And he humbled thee.
When he humbled thee, read.
And suffered thee to hunger.
Read. And suffered thee what?
To hunger.
What?
To hunger.
You got to fast. Afflict yourself. Cut the video game off. Put your nail polish down. Put your cell phone. A lot of us stay on the cell phone all day playing the little video game on the cell phone. Can't put it down. Get off Facebook. Get off IG. TikTok. Oh man, and look, and I like TikTok.
I like TikTok too.
I like TikTok, but get off TikTok. Like the song on that Mount Naha, and Sister Judah got.
Time almost.
Yeah, TikTok time almost up. I'm on the what? It's time to get our souls together, y'all. We have to correct what is wrong. Read on, Ak.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna.
Fed thee with what?
And fed thee with manna.
When you are fasting, we have to begin to eat what?
And fed thee with manna.
Manna. Heavenly food. Manna. Man should not live by bread alone, but by manna. Manna. Torah. Tanakh. New Covenant. The whole Bible. The volume of the book. Manna. Fast. Read.
which thou knewest not,
which you knew it not,
neither did thy fathers know,
neither your fathers know.
that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only,
Read.
but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doeth man live.
Now watch this. The next verse proves sometimes why we don't want to fast. Because we think we're going to lose out. You think you're going to lose out. You think you're going to lose. You think you might lose too much weight. You ain't going to fast. You like your thickness. I'm not going to fast. I might get behind on my bills. I don't want to fast. I might miss the show that's coming on Wednesday night. I can't fast because the movie is coming on Friday. When the fast is, I might miss that movie. I don't want to fast because I just get my food stamps. And I've been thinking about steaks the whole week. I don't want to fast because it's going to make me look bad. I can't fast. You feel like you're going to lose. But guess what? This is what the Most High offers. When you fast, you ain't going to suffer loss, baby. Brother, you ain't going to suffer loss when you truly fast. Watch this. Read.
Thy reverend wax not old upon thee.
Oh!
Cold didn't even went out. That's cold.
40 years, bro.
Cold didn't even get old. That's crazy.
Now go out there and walk in your brand new Jordan 40 years. And watch how you're going to be walking on the ball of your feet in about 3 months.
Ain't nothing gonna be left but the shoestring.
I know that the shoestring. You're going to run them John down. I know some little kids run down with shoes fast. They walked in the shoes 40 years. The Most High proven that you are not going to be in want. You're not going to lack nothing. That's one reason why we don't want to fast. But that's that thin line. Selfishness. Right. You're selfish. That's the thin line between bondage and fasting. Yourself. You worry about you going to lose something. Now I'm going to lose my wife. Selfish. I'm going to lose my husband. Selfish. Or I'm going to lose my children. Selfish. Read it again, Doc.
Thy raiment wax not old upon thee.
Neither wax not old upon thee.
Neither did thy foot swell.
Your feet ain't going to even swell.
These
You worried
40
about
years.
you worried about want. Something going to happen. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge Yahweh. Do we get it? Do we get it? Do we need more? Or is this enough? I got about 2 more precepts. Or do we think this is enough?
Hey, I get it. Hey.
Do we understand?
Come.
This is what he wants us to understand in these last days. This is how we're going to be released. I think we'll stop right there. It's 3:11. Come on, hey, Uzziah. Uzziah, you there? I don't think you're there. We're gonna stop right here.
Nah, he's there, but he on mute. I don't see you.
Okay, it's all right. We're gonna stop right here. Matter of fact, let's get one more. One more. Give me Joel. This is the last precept.
Joel.
We're gonna sew in one more. We're about to go home, y'all.
Shalom, can y'all hear me?
Come on, who is that? Uzziah?
This
Huh?
That's Uzziah.
Uzziah, you ready to read? Last precept.
Now I have no problem.
All right, last precept.
Coming from.
Read Joel chapter 2, start at verse 1. Before, this is the last precept. Before we are changed, Yasserala, into the gods that we really are, we got to fast. We have to deprive ourselves. It's the same way that happened in Egypt. Before we get to the promised land, we got to eat manna. We got to fast. When you fast, your diet should be manna. After we fast, we will be released and we're going to be gods. We're going to do things that was only seen on the superhero movies.
Right.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
What?
Once we got to fast first. We got to fast first. Read verse 1.
The book of Joel, chapter what, King?
2, verse 1.
2, verse 1. All right. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in the holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Let all the inhabitants. Oh. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. You know what, I want yeah, I want that thing to read. I'm sorry because Facebook can't hear the read neither. So I say Salaki. I'm sorry,
It's all It's all good. No,
Come.
I'm going to have to read.
Come. Read that one time so all Facebook can hear and online can hear too.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1.
Read.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
Proclaim the fast. Blow the alarm. Something amazing is about to happen.
And sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Read.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Something is about to peek its face through the curtain, y'all. It's already here on earth. Whatever is here is about to peek its face through the curtain. And it's gonna be something you ain't never seen in your life. Let the whole earth do what?
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Read.
For the day of the Lord cometh. For it is not at hand.
It's right here. It's already here. It's been here. It's about to peek through. Read.
A day of darkness and gloomy.
Oh man, when we see this image, woo, man, it's about to peak. They finna lead us away from our homes. Your faith is about to be tried. Whatever's coming. Read.
A day of clouds and of thick darkness.
Read.
As the morning spread upon the mountains.
Read.
A great people and a strong.
Oh boy, when this happened, the Most High knoweth the beginning from the what? No, he knows the ending from what? The beginning, right? This is what is happening before the fast. This is going on. This is the outcome of what we're about to read. This is the outcome of when you fast. This last fast, this is the outcome. Read.
There have not been ever the like. Neither shall there be any more afterwards. Even to the years of many generations.
Come on.
A fire devours before them.
That's you, big. That's you, brothers. That's Yasserala. A fire go before them. Go ahead.
And behind them a flame burner.
Everywhere we go, we're going to tear this place up.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
Read.
And behind them a desolate wilderness.
Read.
Ye and nothing shall escape them.
Nothing. Esau can hide. Moab can hide. We got them. Boy, but something has to happen first. He going to tell us what we need to do first. He's showing you the result in verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Read.
The whole thing. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
Oh, the great army of the Most High. Ye are my battle axes. Jeremiah 51:20. You are my battle axes. And with you, I'm going to break in pieces the nation.
Man.
But it's something we have to do first, Yasserala. Read.
And as horsemen, so shall they run.
Oh, we're going to run. Woo! Power. You ain't never seen. The ones you call niggas, the ones you kick down, you slap, you spit on. You said, nigga, you ain't nothing. Before you call them righteous, you call them a nigga. These niggas right here, they've been transformed.
I'm that nigga.
These niggas been transformed. Yeah.
That's a real nigga.
We've been transformed. But we did something before we was transformed. Read.
Like the noise of chariots on tops of mountains shall they leap.
Read. Come on.
Like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble.
Read.
As a strong people.
A strong who?
As a strong people.
A strong people.
Set in battle array.
In battle array. Woo! They ready to fight. Boy, we done seen what the devil did to our ancestors. The Most High man showed us all the secrets they did to us, and it get us so mad that fire came out of our eyes.
Christ gonna whip that ass.
Christ gonna whip that ass. Read on,
They shall run like mighty men.
we shall run like mighty men. Read.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
We gonna climb the wall like Spider-Man on. Going into houses.
God.
Read.
And they shall march everyone on his way.
We gonna march every man in his way. We gonna march.
And they
And
shall
they gonna hear our steps. They gonna hear us coming. Ooh, them Israelites coming. Here they come. They marching. Read.
And they shall not break their ranks.
We gonna break our ranks. We gonna be in order. We ain't in order right now, Yasserala. We out of order. But on this day, after we fast and we come out, we gonna be in order. Read.
Neither shall one thrust another.
We ain't gonna hurt another. We ain't gonna hurt our brother no more. Read.
They shall walk everyone in his path.
Everyone shall walk in his path, in his way, on a mission. When Christ Yahweh, the general, when he give us an order, we're gonna go and
Watch this right here.
complete the order. He's gonna say, Judah, go down.
Man.
Ephraim, commander in general, our commander in chief. When he come with his big beard, his big white beard and his big afro,
Double-edged sword.
double-edged sword in his hand. His name written
Man.
on his loins.
The paps of his loins, yeah. The golden girl.
A name on his golden girdle
God.
that no man know but him.
Right.
When he come. Read.
Check this out. And when they fall upon the sword,
And when they fall upon the sword,
they shall not be wounded.
man, we shall not be hurt. Esau gonna have them guns, and they're gonna be shooting.
Man, what?
They're gonna have all the bullets in the world. They're gonna be bouncing off. But something has to happen before this day arrives. Read.
They shall run to and fro in the city.
They're gonna run. We're gonna run to and fro throughout Memphis and America, overseas. We're gonna destroy this place. You are not battle axes.
Nah.
You are not weapons of war. With you I shall break in pieces the nations. Read.
They shall run upon the wall.
Run up on the wall.
They shall climb upon the houses.
Superhero.
They shall enter in the windows like a thief.
Like a who?
Like a thief.
Ooh, they don't even hear us coming up in that thing. Before they gonna be asleep,
Man, what?
thinking everything good. They're gonna look up, they're gonna see my lock in his face.
God.
Yeah!
They
They're gonna see him, and when they see him, he gonna be black as tar, black as a coal, muscle this big,
What?
ready, ready to destroy. Because he's been given a charge. He's been given a command by Yahweh, chief general.
He gonna sing live, live.
Uh-huh. Read.
They shall run to the end. Lucky. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Read.
The earth shall quake before them.
Say what?
The earth shall quake before them.
Read.
The heavens shall tremble.
Read.
The sun and the moon shall be dark.
Ooh, it's gonna be a dog day. This is the day of the Lord. This is the day that Habakkuk said, I ain't want to be alive on this day.
What?
Bury me. The chariots gonna be coming in. Destruction. Even on wicked Israelites who refuse to love their brother and their sister. They head gotta come on too. Read.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Ain't no more shining no more. It be darkness. It's time to destroy. Read.
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
The Most High, I.S.A.A.C, shall honor his voice before his army, us. He's going to honor his voice before us. I met you at first like a man. When I come back, I will not meet thee as a man. He said he's going to come back as Yahweh, as power, as Elohim, as God, the Most High. You slapped me last time. You whooped me so bad, I didn't even look like a human. You whooped me so bad, they seen my ribs.
Spit on.
You spit on me. You betrayed me. When I come back, I'm coming back in my glory.
God.
And I'm going to honor my voice before my army.
Yasharala.
We are the army, Yasharala. We are the army. But it's something that we have to do before this day comes. Read.
Man. For his camp is very great.
His camp. Not camps. Not camps.
God.
Not camps.
God.
Not camps.
Right.
His what?
For his camp.
His camp
is very great.
is very great. Read.
For he is strong that executes his word.
Read.
For the day of the Lord is great
Is
and
what?
very terrible.
Is what?
For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible.
Read.
And who can abide it?
Here's the commission. You ready? Here's the commission. Verse 12.
Therefore.
Last two verses and we done. Here's the commission. Here's what we have to do.
You gotta get this one too, King, right here. Fast.
All praise. Read.
Therefore also know now, therefore also now, that said the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart.
That's the first commission. Turn to the Most High Yahweh with all your heart. Read.
And with fasting.
And with what?
And with fasting.
And with fasting. Read.
And with weeping.
And with what?
And with weeping.
There's some women out there who know how to cry.
Come on.
There's some sisters out there know how to cry. We need you to cry. Brothers, we got to mourn.
And with mourning.
We have to mourn, brothers. Mourn for what? For your people. Mourn for Haiti. Mourn for the Dominican. Mourn for the brother on the side of the road who's homeless. Mourn for the brother who on drugs. Mourn for our brothers who locked up in jail. Mourn for our children who being molested. Mourn. 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 Put that on your heart. For our children who just coming up missing. Have you seen me? Mourn for the one. Cry for him. That's where your heart ought to be at. Mourn for the brother who refused to turn from his wicked ways. Cry for that brother who has a reprobate mind. Cry for the sister who got a reprobate mind, who refused to change. Cry for him. Mourn for him. Read.
That's how you want to.
No, read. 13. We almost done with this.
And wring your heart.
Wring your heart.
And not your garments.
Forget that Louis Vuitton and Gucci. Wring your heart. Your mind. Read.
And turn unto the Lord your God.
Read.
For his gracious and merciful, slow to anger.
Read.
For he is gracious and merciful and slow to anger.
Read.
And of great kindness.
Read.
And repenteth him of the evil. Who knoweth that he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him.
Read.
Even a meat offering.
Read.
And a drink offering.
Read.
Unto the Lord your God.
Last verse.
Blow the trumpet in
Blow
Zion.
the trumpet in Israel. The trumpet went off this morning, this Sabbath. It went off this morning. All of us heard it. It went off this morning. It's been blown. What's the call? You know, when we hear the horn, it means something. It means something. You don't just blow the shofar. When you blow it, there's a meaning in it. What's the call? What's the call, Ark?
Blow the trumpet in Zion.
Come on.
Sanctify a fast.
Priest around this world. Priest, the one who gives the word, who instructs Jacob. priests, and you know who you are. You brothers who instruct Yasharala, even you young brothers who are being rose up. It's your job too, you young men. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. Who said you gotta wait till you 21? Wait till you're 21 to drink.
Joshua was 8 when he was king.
Christ, Yahweh was in there talking to the in the synagogue, talking to the doctors, the elders, the lawyers.
Yeah.
Young man, ain't no wait for y'all either. It's time to do it now. Open your mouth up. What you waiting on? Proclaim this word. If it's right, say it. I'm too young. David didn't say that. David said, hold on, man. Let me go get my, hold on, bro. Let me go get my slingshot. Let me give me 5 smooth stones from this creek. No, the Most High finna have it. Guess what? Somebody rose David up. His daddy taught him. I'm going to do what my daddy did. I'm going to do what the elders showed me.
What?
Man, give me that slingshot. And then, after he busted him in the head, then guess what? He took his sword and took his shit and cut his head off.
Yep.
You young men, it's time for y'all to do it. Ready, I'll finish it up.
And call a solemn assembly.
Call a solemn assembly. We're going to stop right there. Call a solemn assembly. Call a solemn assembly. It's time, Yasharala. We're going to end right there.
27.
Who?
27, man.
27?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed.
All right. All right. All right. You young men might be saying, no, bro. No, y'all. I don't go to preach. Last verse, I'll probably read verse 28 for the young men. For these young kings.
I knew you weren't finished.
For these young kings. Oh, no, I'm too young to do it. Watch this, read.
And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy.
Oh, you young girl. You got a job too. I'm too young, y'all. Yeah. I can't tell no grown person what to do. Oh, yes, you can.
If it's righteous,
If it's righteous, you can proclaim the Most High word.
Right.
All right, finish it up.
Your old man shall dream dreams.
Oh, yeah. All you young gizzards. All you old gizzards. Real.
Your young men shall see visions.
Oh, yeah. You telling me the Most High gonna give you a vision, you young man? You 12, 13 years old, he gave you a vision, and you ain't gonna proclaim the vision? What? Read on. Is it on there?
That's it, kid.
That's it. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Israel is trying to fast. Like I said here at I.S.A.A.C, Israel is going to put forth a fast, a monthly fast. And anybody who views the Maccabees online, you can be right along with us. This does not restrict from no camp. There's one camp.
Yep.
One. There ain't 2, it ain't 8, it ain't 20. Like the sister said again, we done separated ourselves. It's as many camps as it is churches.
That's what she said.
It's as many camps as churches. We doing something wrong if we're likened unto the church. We doing something wrong. It's one camp. Let's fast. Let's fast. Come out of her, my people, and touch not the unclean thing. Partake not in the delicacies of America. Separate yourself. Until next time, I'm I.S.A.A.C or I.S.A.A.C.
I'm Nathaniel.
We pray for our brother, one of our leaders, Ezra,
And Manaha.
and Manaha and Shema. We pray for all of our brothers online, on Facebook. We pray for all of our sisters, all those who are sick in the spirit, sick in the flesh. We pray for you. We pray for your release. But before you are released, we must fast. We must deprive ourselves. We must fast. So until next time, we say shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Just hit this.